Hello, this is the Lord's Legion and welcome to the best villains ever, the show in which I talk about a specific villain and talk about their backstories, abilities, greatest feats and why I love them so much. And seeing as how I have yet to talk about any video game villains, of course with the exception of the April Fool's episode, I've decided to kick this off with debatably the most influential villain in the Mortal Kombat franchise, Shao Kahn. So let's begin with his backstory, or their lack of. Because you see, Shao Kahn's backstory has never been explored in any of the Mortal Kombat games, nor even the comics or any other mediums. So we really don't know anything about his upbringing or what made him become the dictator that he is today. And the closest thing to a backstory for Shao Kahn is really his uprising as the ruler for Outworld. And although it's rather brief, it does give us a taste on what his personality is like before he became the ultimate ruler. Now before Shao Kahn became the ruler for Outworld, the realm itself was under the rule of Onaga, aka the Dragon King, while Shao Kahn was actually his advisor, and Onaga's empire was actually the most powerful across all the realms. And as Onaga was continuing to seek more power so that he could become immortal, Shao Kahn decided to poison the Dragon King so that he could gain all of the power from Onaga. And after his success, Shao Kahn became the new ruler of Outworld, where he has all of Onaga's enforcers backing him up as well as all of his kingdoms. And just like Onaga before him, Shao Kahn decided to take over other realms for either Mortal Kombat or even domination. The most treasured realm that Shao Kahn conquered is of course Edenia, and he succeeded thanks to all of his enforcers who won 10 victories of Mortal Kombat. And after that, Shao Kahn killed King Cherud and then took both Queen Sindel and Princess Katana as his own. And since then, Shao Kahn wanted to conquer as many realms as possible, with his eyes mostly centered around Aetherrealm. Now when you look back on Shao Kahn's backstory, you can tell that he has next to no redeeming qualities and is nothing more but a power-hungry dictator. And with a streak like Shao Kahn's, he is deemed to be one of the most feared characters in the Mortal Kombat franchise. Because not only did he eliminate his former master Onaga, but he also achieved in conquering so many realms as well as consuming billions of souls in over 10,000 years. And Shao Kahn is one of these villains who isn't meant to be sympathetic, but rather the ultimate evil. And in many ways, Shao Kahn aces that role in spades. And with a reputation such as Shao Kahn's, it comes as no surprise that he has a bunch of powers and abilities at his disposal. Shao Kahn possesses superhuman strength, speed, durability and endurance. But not only that, he also has genius level intellect, as well as enhanced healing, immortality and resurrection. Not only that, Shao Kahn also has the ability of soul absorption, soul transference, brainwashing, master of sorcery, energy manipulation, dimensional manipulation, and even has the ability of cloning himself. Now in terms of skills, Shao Kahn is a natural leader, tactician and strategist, which is no surprise given that Shao Kahn has conquered over 10 realms. But not only that, Shao Kahn is a very skilled hand-to-hand combatant, with his main form of fighting style of course being Taizu and Luhihi, both of which perfectly complement Shao Kahn's strength during battle. He is also a melee weapons master, and due to him ruling over 10 realms, Shao Kahn is also extremely wealthy. And also his main weapon of choice is of course the Wrath Hammer, which is an extremely powerful weapon that can do a lot of damage to pretty much anyone Shao Kahn is up against. And thanks to Shao Kahn's sorcery, he is also capable of creating other forms of weaponry, such as energy shields, deadly spears, or even use his sorcery to further enhance his Wrath Hammer. Now over the years, Shao Kahn has achieved many great feats, and I am aware that there are two different continuities for the Mortal Kombat universe. However, I'm going to be focusing on both and combine them as one, considering that both Shao Kahns are near enough the same in terms of power level. For starters, Shao Kahn slayed Onaga and took over Outworld, as well as all the other realms that Onaga previously ruled. And also as mentioned earlier, Shao Kahn also took over Edenia, killed King Cherud, and ultimately took Sindel and Katana as his own, mostly through brainwashing. Has also consumed over 60 billion souls within 10,000 years, as well as being capable enough of creating a Soulnado. Has also survived getting punched right through the chest by an enraged Liu Kang, to which the attack itself was meant to kill Shao Kahn. And despite all of the seemingly demises that Shao Kahn has witnessed over the years, he always finds a way to cheat death no matter what, and will never rest thanks to his nature of seeking for power. has also easily killed Kung Lao, who is one of Earthrealm's most skilled warriors, has easily brushed off an attack from Raiden whilst he was infused with the Elder Gods, although it's fair to point out that Shao Kahn at the time did consume a bunch of souls that further powered him. Shao Kahn has also exploited multiple loopholes revolving around Mortal Kombat, most notably in Mortal Kombat 3, as although Shao Kahn is unable to claim Earthrealm as his own due to his defeat in the last tournament, however, flat-out domination doesn't really sabotage the rules of Mortal Kombat, according to the Elder Gods at least. Shao Kahn is so strong that he is capable of ripping someone in half with his bare hands. Also, something worthy of note is the time when Shao Kahn also merged with Darkseid and became Dark Khan, who has all of the abilities of both Shao Kahn's as well as Darkseid's. And as bizarre as it sounds, he is still incredibly overpowered. And finally, not only did Shao Kahn survive Armageddon, but he also obtained the power of Blaze, thus making Shao Kahn as the most powerful being across all the realms. Now, it is a little debatable on who truly killed Blaze between Shao Kahn and Taven, due to the contradictions and retcons, but either way, it was Shao Kahn who obtained the abilities of Armageddon through either killing Blaze himself, or eventually killing Taven, as he briefly had the power of Armageddon himself. Now, as you could imagine, Shao Kahn has also made it onto many other mediums as well, such as his appearance in Mortal Kombat Legacy, where we have more of a grounded take on the character, as well as his relationship with Sindel, Katana and Mileena. And it was pretty interesting to see more of a grounded take on Shao Kahn, and how he has such a powerful presence despite not doing anything throughout the series. And also, I have to touch on his appearance in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And let's just say the film itself had a bunch of problems and not even Shao Kahn was remotely salvaged. And don't even get me started on his ultimate form, ooh, so scary. And we also have the Shao Kahn who appeared in a short-lived TV series known as Mortal Kombat Conquest, where this version of Shao Kahn is so hammy and terrible it actually makes Annihilation Shao Kahn look amazing by comparison. And lastly, we have the Shao Kahn who appeared in Defender of Realms, which was actually aimed towards kids. And much like pretty much every character in that cartoon, Shao Kahn was incredibly watered down. But giving credit where credit is due, he could have been much worse. Now, what makes Shao Kahn a very special villain is the fact that he has such a strong presence in pretty much all of the Mortal Kombat games, whether he's in them physically or just merely mentioned. And there is a clear reason as to why this is the case, and that's purely because he is so successful at what he does. He knows how to conquer realms, he knows how to torture people, and if there's any given opportunity for him to obtain greater power, then he'll do it by any means necessary. And he's even willing to exploit a loophole if he really needs to. Now, at the end of the day, Shao Kahn is not a deep villain by any means. As a matter of fact, Shao Kahn is meant to be seen as a tyrant, a warlord who most times out of 10 gets whatever he wants, and he'll brag about it to your face over and over, just for further humiliation. So because of his constant conquests, as well as just how important he really is in the Mortal Kombat series, not to mention how insanely powerful and feared he really is, and his never die attitude, this is why I personally believe that Shao Kahn is one of the best villains of all time. So are you a fan of Shao Kahn, and what is your favourite storyline revolving around the villain? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video, please like and subscribe. Take care and have a good one.